Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with me for alto saxophone. I'm your teacher, Reesa, and today we're taking a break from the book. We're going to be looking at those low notes because in the book, coming up next, we are going to be playing some low notes, and low notes are a big struggle for many people. I'm not going to lie, including myself. I don't practice these low notes as much as I should, but I want us to start practicing these low notes before we continue on with our other lessons. That way we don't feel so overwhelmed trying to just get the note to speak. Okay? So a lot of people's problems is they're going to be doing overtones, which means it would sound like this. It's going to be a little honky, or it's going to be playing the wrong note or sound weird instead of getting that nice, beautiful, low tone. So a big thing that's really important is that we have to make sure our saxophones are working. And this one's kind of hard to troubleshoot when you're not a technician. So if you're unsure on your saxophone, maybe your grandma had it and she gave it to you and it was just sitting in the closet for a while, it never hurts to take it into a tech and say, hey, can you look at this and tell me the condition of it? Technicians, they're not going to lie to you, okay? They're already pretty overbooked and overwhelmed. So if there's an instrument that doesn't need to be fixed, they're probably not going to just be like, yeah, I'll fix it, because they're pretty honest. At least the technicians I know are all honest. So if you're unsure, you can always take it in. And if you just keep practicing and practicing and practicing and you're still not getting it, maybe have them look at it too. I can't tell you the condition of your instrument, and I do not know enough about, I can help you with flute stuff maybe, but saxophones, I can't really help you troubleshoot on whether your instrument works or not. So you'll have to kind of go off of your judgment. Okay, anyway, back to it. So there's a few ways we can work on getting our low notes, okay? So our low notes, our embouchure's kind of a little bit different. If you use the same kind of embouchure for our mids, that's kind of when you're getting the overtones. So the first thing to troubleshoot and work on is when we're playing those low notes, we need to think of the word ah. Means our jaw is going to drop a little, and we want the tongue coming down, not so high, because it does affect the air speed, okay? So if we're playing regularly, and I'm just going to start with low D, for example. That's where my low D likes to sit if I'm sitting with my regular mid embouchure. My tongue's too high, my jaw's a little clenched. Not too much, of course, but it's just, I'm not relaxed enough and it needs to come down more. So when I'm doing the word ah, then I can play it right out. Okay, so that's where we're first going to start, is we need to drop it, ah, ah, ah. So take a little time to practice, even just with your low D going ah with your saxophone. And it may take a few times to get a good solid tone. So even like that one, I had a little break there. I wasn't keeping the air consistent. So that's more than likely what yours is going to sound like too when you're first, kind of adjusting for those low notes and trying to get it, especially to come right out off the bat. It's easier to do if you're working your way down. But to just come right in on the low note, it's much harder. Okay, so don't be afraid, you have to keep working at it. Now see, like that, I can get it right off the bat. It's a little strong coming in. So I need to learn and work on pulling it back a little bit when I'm first starting. And a good exercise to do that is kind of like what we did with our dynamic exercises, where you can just start off airy and then blow a little bit more, get your sound, and then bring it back. It's really challenging, but just try that. Doing it, just blowing a little bit of air and then try to work your way in. That one came in a little tough again. That one was better. So work your way soft, loud, soft, okay? And then it'll kind of teach you a little bit more of control. Another thing here is your breathing is going to be more important than ever. So make sure you're sitting up straight, your back's not against the chair, you're not slouching, your legs aren't crossed. Okay, we need to be sitting properly, and we need to make sure we're pulling the air from the bottom here. Don't be breathing from the shoulders. Don't be doing, you're not going to get good air, and you're not going to have enough control over it. So really make sure you're breathing down here. Okay? So that's low D. Okay, low C, all we're going to do is just add that pinky, and it's going to be the same kind of thing, making sure we're ah. Nice. So when you're practicing these low notes, ah, breathing, slightly coming in, hold it even, okay? We want to get a feel for where everything is because it doesn't feel the same as where we're playing in the middle of the staff. Definitely does not. So we need to build the muscles here, get the feel for it here of feeling those low notes, okay? And even harder is going down to that C sharp and that B, the low B, because now we're working these, and that feels like stretchy and foreign. And if you've been following along with us and with the Standard of Excellence Book 3, even though you don't have to be to see this video, that's what we have coming up next, is we're going to be playing low C sharp and low B. So for finger-wise, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the bottom one here, like our low C, and then we're basically going to be playing along with these. And we'll see which one's which when we get to the book. But for now, just know we're going to be toggling between those two. And so I want us to get comfortable with those notes before we continue on with our lessons. So it'll be the same thing. These ones are a little bit harder because you have to get a feel for it. And your pinky can feel weak playing those ones. At least mine does. Because that's a harder one to push down. That's one of the keys all the way down here. It takes a little more work than like this guy here. So we're going to do the same thing. It's a little rough coming in, but we got it. Okay. Now I'll switch to the pinky. Got it. All right, so now it's your turn. Take time to practice those low notes because we want to be focusing on a lot of other things in our lesson aside from just getting these low notes. So work on getting them, and then I'll see you guys in a couple weeks, and we'll continue on with our Standard of Excellence Book 3. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comments. Like I said, if you've practiced and practiced and practiced and you cannot get it, take your sax in and get an opinion on it, on whether it needs repairs or not. One little leak, you're not going to get those notes. It's going to be overtony and screechy and honky. Okay, so if you've done everything you possibly can and worked and worked and worked, take your sax in. If you're not even sure, maybe take your sax in. If you just bought your sax, should be good. Can't say if it's like Amazon quality or Temu, probably not good quality. So, I don't know, you'll have to use your discretion there. Okay, thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next time.